Hello everybody, my name is Bubblezest and welcome back to HOI4. In today's video, for the first time in a little while, we're back doing another guide. Today's guide is on the achievement Warszawo, Walcz, and now that I've butchered that to every Polish person watching, let's just call it Warsaw Fight. Now, this achievement is pretty simple, but I noticed in the dev diaries for No Step Back that it's likely going to be changed, so I wanted to do this as almost like a little time capture of how this achievement used to be done. So if you're watching this in a few days before No Step Back releases, this is how it's done. But if you're more than likely watching this afterwards, this is how it was done. So let's begin, shall we? Well, the Soviet Union have a very big army, so let's just gather it all up. Not a massive fan of these NKVD divisions, I tend to disband them. I'm probably going to regret that after No Step Back, but this is before it, so I'm happy to get rid of them. We have a gun deficit anyway. Anyway, here's our army, all 120 divisions now. And since the purge has not been done, we'll just use, everyone. Try and use some different people as well. Many have seen Zhukov, I'm sure, but how many have seen Isa? There we go. Anyway, park your units on the Polish border. There we go. Now for research, there's nothing I need to tell you. Just do whatever you want. Same with industry. So you know what? Civs. Plenty of civs, please. Again, not necessary, but why not? In fact, light tank 1, let's change that around. Let's get ourselves light tank 2, because why not? But anyway, don't do a focus, and let's go to speed 5. Create an intelligence agency, because we can, and begin. But anyway, now that we have 50 political power, Isa has fallen ill. This is part of the guide. If you don't get this, you have to restart. I'm sorry, but this is not actually true. What we're actually going to do is justify in Poland. There we go, 250 days. We'll be ready by October. And for focus, let's finish the 5-year plan now that we have 10 political power. There we go, war economy. Let's get this economy started. Now we have less than 100 days to go. I'm actually going to do something a little different. We are going to be starting in a few days the Great Purge. This will be useful for us. So, there we go. I've started it, and now I can't stop it. Will this come back and bite me? Quite possibly. But 100 days to kill, take down the Poles that are relatively weak right now doesn't seem much of a stretch. Will I regret it? Maybe. There we go, 3rd of October, let's declare. Let's go. Poland can't hold us for too long, but of course, don't be stupid about this. Make good use of your tanks to blitz around them, encircle, all of that. Something you must do before the war ends is call in Tanatuva, so... Oh, nope, not Mongolia. Tanatuva. There they go. I mean, if you want to farm traits, be my guest, but it's not that important. Don't know why my tank stopped, but whatever. And there goes Poland. Right. Simple fingers passed a few times, and there you go. Give Poland to Tanatuva. There you go, one very confusing border situation. Now we'll just wait for the Great Purge to finish. And the purge is done. Now next step is to kick Tanatuva out of the Comintern and justify a core state casus belli on them. Let me guess, they have, political correctness, so it is 180 days. But oh well. The main benefit for this is that lessons of war should be available fast. Might be available sooner, but whatever. And the other main reason is that Russia from the start has a core on Tanatuva, so it will be a slightly quicker justification. And there you go, our justification of Tanatuva is ready to declare war on them. And just wait until Poland rises up. Shouldn't be too long. But since we have had a war since finishing the purge, we can do lessons of war early and remove its negative modifiers of officers purge, which is great. Oh yeah, that's another one. If you want to do move industry to the Euros, you can. You actually can. Which is, funny. Don't think it gives us any benefits, and I mean a Soviet player worth his salt would be able to hold long enough that moving industry away shouldn't be necessary, but if you want to do that, be my guest. Oh, there it is. Poland has risen up and declared war on Tanatuva. Right, let's end this little charade. Literally just 3 Mongolians. They must have been some of the most unlucky people in this army. And there you go. Tanatura has capitulated. Just annex them, because again, they have your cause. And that's it. That's the end of the achievement, Warsaw Fight. Because Warsaw rose up, and it succeeded this time. I know, a very cheeky way to do this. And like I said, this is probably going away with No Step Back's release. Like, that image showed an operation for the Warsaw uprising. So I'm going to assume that this will not be functional very longer. But with similar to the last video, I like the idea of having this as a little like time capture of how things used to be. So, with the end of the Spanish Civil War and another unfortunate outcome, I guess it's time to end this little video. I thank you for watching. Do you enjoyed it? Leave any suggestions in the comments below for future videos. Always looking for new video ideas. So until next time, everybody, this has been me, Bubble Zest, and goodbye. Looks into camera as if anyone was looking there. So recently, this channel passed over 1,000 subscribers. I'm still honestly amazed about that. I mean, I started this channel in February and getting here in, what, 9 months or so, it's been pretty good. So I asked a few days ago if any of you would be interested in the Q&A. Many of you seemed okay with that, so I asked a question, and some of you have posed some questions on me that I'm going to have to answer. So let's do some of those, shall we? Right, first question from the Bulgarian Country Ball. Well, that's an honour I didn't expect to get. What hobbies do you have other than HOI4 on YouTube? Do you have a girlfriend? Every HOI4 player should be asked that. Well, I'd tell you more about her, but don't know if she'd like that. But anyway, hobbies. Hobbies. I think I really have just 2 hobbies outside of HOI4 on YouTube, and obviously playing other games. I'm sure that's pretty obvious. But the main 2 hobbies I have is mostly photography and travel. Photography, I own a camera. I'm not a professional photographer in any way, but it's something to waste your time with and just say, hey, look at this thing I photographed. Usually they aren't the best photos, but I can say, hey, I took them. And travel, I've already done a small video on this one before, on my travels in Brno, but yeah, I'd like to do a lot of travel. I'm probably going to do more travel. Well, even though this channel has gotten a lot bigger. In 2019, I did a lot of travel. Was going to do a lot in 2020, couldn't do that, and only now can I be travelling again. Who knows, maybe if I get desperate for ideas, I'll put a national poll out and there could be debates over whether I should fly off to Bulgaria or, I don't know, Romania or something. Want to go to them both, you know. But, other than HOI4 on YouTube, though, it's pretty small. It's mostly just making sure the videos are done, or just playing something like TF2. I own a lot of games on Steam, but like a lot of people, I do not play a lot of games on Steam. It's mostly just same old. But it is good that I play TF2, because if I didn't play HOI4, if I played HOI4 exclusively, I'd probably just be done with it by now. Having TF2 does give me a release from HOI4 once in a while. Next question from Rock Cohen. How many achievements do you have left done, and how many hours do you have in the game? Well, we could do the hours very quickly right here. I have 1,450 hours. And for the achievements I have left, well, let's not count the No Step Back achievements, because at the time of recording this, they aren't available. But, so I only have 3 achievements left, which are Finish Him, 30 Minutes of Hell, and Hardly Anything Severer. Now, I could easily do Finish Him and 30 Minutes of Hell. Those 2 are not so bad, but Hardly Anything Severer is just a waste of time, personally. I'll probably end up eventually doing it for an achievement run, and that's it. The other 2 are fine, but Severer is just where I'll end up probably being annoyed more than being satisfied in doing it. It's not a fun achievement. So, that's it. Obviously, I have all of the NSB achievements to do, which can be a distraction from that. Now, from Warwick, are you ever going to do more formable nations? Yeah, I probably will. There's a lot of formable nations being added in No Step Back, so probably could make a guide or 2 out of those. Who knows, maybe I can fragment the Soviet Union so it would be more fun. And of course there's the achievement related to forming Siberia as Tanatuva, so I'm going to have to do that probably at some point. But he also asks, once I form them, to take on a major power? I suppose, but when you form a formable nation, it's usually that's the end of the run. And by the time you can form some of them, especially some of the small ones like the United States and Central America, it's too late to take on any major. But who knows, maybe I'll do something like the Roman Empire and I can take on all the other majors. You know what I mean? That could be fun, but I don't know for now. We're definitely going to have to wait to see when No Step Back releases, don't we? From Tego Kohio, I'm so sorry for mispronouncing your name. I'm so sorry, please don't hold it against me. He asks, what do you think about the new achievements? The ones from No Step Back? I do not like them. The problem with No Step Back's achievements that I've seen is that they're very much endgame achievements in a way. They're all like hardly anything Severa pretty much, where you have to basically become a major, take out everyone. Of course there's a few where you don't have to be, but some of them are just really annoying. Like the one where you can't lose more than 1 million men as the Soviets, or just the one where you take the entire Baltic Sea as a Baltic nation. That is not going to be fun. I'm sorry, but that is not a good achievement. I was thinking about this with Alper, and I said that I thought Battle for the Bosphorus had a much better range of easy, hard, and ridiculous achievements, and I still stand by that. You could blow through some of Battle for the Bosphorus' achievements quickly, some would take a few while, and some take a very long time, but there's variation there. For No Step Back, it's basically campaign-level achievements, and I'm not looking forward to that. I think Paradox just really missed the mark on this. I guess they'll be fine, but they're not good achievements, personally. They're not fun achievements. They're all campaign achievements, and I know all of you want guides to them, and I'll probably do them the best as I can, but damn. Damn. Next up from Natsuki, Dobie223. Why have you made the decision to be British? And what terrible life decision caused you to go down this route? Just the way things turned out, I suppose. I mean, sometimes you have to deal with the hand that you're given. Kid, of course, he's joking as well, as he says. But for real, any plans for the channel when you run out of achievements? Yeah, I have a few. I think these last few weeks after I stopped doing guides for a little while after the Andalus video has shown me that I can do other videos and people will watch them, like the exploring videos did ridiculously well. They're now the most popular videos on my channel. The Nationalist Spain and Portugal video did well. I think I'll probably just do things like those. People seem to watch them, so I think I can continue without guides. One day I might just drop guides entirely when I run out of ones I want to do, ones I find fun. So yeah, guides aren't the be-all end-all of this channel, that's pretty clear. Who knows, maybe I'll branch out to other games at some point as well. I think most people would be interested if I did things like Vic 2, E4, or CK3, but we'll see, because I don't know any of those games. I'll hold back on that one. From Cows Go Bark, Surface Fleet or Submarine Fleet? Simple, depends on the context. If I'm playing the USA, UK or Japan, Surface Fleet, because that's what I have. I don't really build more screens when I already have a navy that big. Their navy is good enough. But for pretty much anyone else, sub-spam, sub-spam. Until a sub-nerf happens, it's going to be the way it is. Because subs are just more than good enough for pretty much any situation. So I just skip past that. From the Mean King. Oh, I'm being honoured by a king here. How old are you and what do you do for a living? No comment. No, but seriously, I'm keeping my options open, so that's why I'm not really telling. The last thing I want is someone to just show up randomly and say, hey, Bubbles this, hey, what's the next guide or something? I know that's unlikely, but I'm sure you can understand. From Paul Zhang, 2006, why not focus on either TF2 or HOI4? Well, I think, John, the comment below it sums it up best, because people can do two things at once. But I do have a thing on TF2 videos I do want to say, is they're probably going to be dropped on the channel. The next video, Prior Land Peculiarities, is probably going to be the last regular TF2 video I'm going to make, because I've been doing TF2 videos for a few months now, and they've just not gone anywhere. So I think now is just a time for me to cut my losses and move on from TF2. So I guess in a way I am going to be focusing on HOI4 for a while. The thing is, if I want to make a TF2 video after Pyroland Peculiarities, I will, and I upload it. That would be fine on my opinion. I know none of you are particularly interested in that, but that is the truth. This is my channel, I can upload whatever. But I do accept that this channel is associated with HOI4 right now. So that's just the fault of making majority HOI4 videos that people want to watch. So nothing wrong with that, but I just know if one day I want to move on, I'll move on. There is, though, for the future, I want to bring this back up, is I do want to do some other games, not just like the Paradox games. There's a game I'm looking at that's currently in development called Prototype Delta, which is basically a Mega Man 3D game, whatever. But when it comes out, I at the very least want to do at least 1 or 2 videos on it. Not the least because I backed the thing, but I think it could be fun. And you know what? If it's good, maybe I can make a small little series out of it. And I hope when it comes out, you'll watch it and you'll enjoy it. But we'll see. It's currently meant to be coming out in like May or something, and knowing Kickstarter games will probably be delayed. Sorry for being distracted from the question, but again, it's like I can easily do both. TF3 is being dropped because it's not popular. HOI4 will be focused, but if I want to change, I will change. And finally, from Andre Burker, what made you start YouTube? Good question. Well, it's a bit of boredom, isn't it? Like in January 2021 is when I decided to start doing it, and the UK was currently in a lockdown. So I was just kind of bored, and there's only so many times I could probably natter towards Alpa about Spain runs I've done. And that is also the truth, that's what happened. At the time, I was doing a lot of Spain runs in HOI4. So I decided, okay, the first video will be a Spain run for HOI4, because I'm good at it. And so I gathered everything up, did that, and here we are. It's kind of boring. I was just motivated to do it out of not doing anything. In a way, I was also kind of waiting for travel to restart, because that's what I really want to do. And it's funny now, I might be in the position where I can do both, so turns out it might have been even better than what I expected it to be. But yeah, sorry, there's not like a grand story where I got motivation from a higher power or something. No, it's just I was kind of bored. I realised I could do a good Spain run, and I did it. And I kept doing it. You'll notice that it's still Spain runs early on in the channel's history, because that's what I was good at the time. Yeah, there's one positive in that I have had to branch out and figure out more about Hearts of Iron 4. So this channel has definitely been useful in teaching me more about the game and just video production in general, actually. But yeah, good question, actually. Thank you very much. And that's it. That's the last question. But to be fair, that was a good amount of questions. I'm honestly happy I got so many. I really thought when I posted about Q&A I might have to fake some questions. But luckily I didn't. So I'm just so happy that I managed to get so many. It's again one of the things I never expected to be doing. So to do it at all is a real good surprise. But yeah, that's the end of this Q&A, which is at this point double the length of the guides. Some people are going to click on this thinking this is a 18 or odd minute guide for Warszawo Walcz when it's actually a 6-minute guide and like a 12-minute Q&A. But yes, I thought that I may as well add it on to the end of a HOI4 guide so more people would watch it. But for the second time, likely in this video, thank you for watching, and thank you for submitting your questions. Might do another one of these again at some point. Let me know if you would be interested. Or maybe another one, someone else will ask for another one in many months' time. But until next time, everybody, this has been, yet again, Bubbles Zest here, talking about himself, surprisingly. Yeah, I'm surprised too. But until next time, when No Step Back releases, actually, because that's next week, isn't it? Good. Bye.